Some morning briefing show Monday to Friday, right before the markets open. We want to talk about the top instruments from Admirals. We want to talk about our running trades and some new, maybe a new trading idea, or at least to manage our running trades, because actually we have a lot of trades open and I'm looking forward to answer your questions. Today, I can see here on YouTube, because we stream this show on YouTube at the same time, you will find a button in the right corner. You can subscribe this channel, you can leave a comment, you can give us a like, whatever is in your mind, feel free and don't hesitate to get in touch with us here on YouTube and of course here on Zoom also. So let me share my screen. And let me fix the chat here also. So on YouTube, I can see who is with me this morning. Also, election, good morning. Dori, good morning. Isaac, Andre, Anka, Keitano, Boris, Yanis, good morning. Thomas, and here on Zoom, I can see Karel, Jens, Bladen, Mr. R, Peter, good morning. I hope you got the message. You got Peter. I hope you got my mail tomorrow, this morning again, because check your spam folder, please, again. Magdalena, Janika, Imrene, Ion, wonderful, good morning. So we start as every morning with a view at the economic news. So, and yesterday we had the very interesting information that German inflation highest in almost 50 years. So we have 7.9% on inflation in Germany, which is really, it's a bad news, I would say. Yeah. So then the top news this morning, it's Australian consumer confidence down 0.1 last week, and China moves to speed up local government bond issuance in bid to by economy, and Canada records a new billion current account surplus in the first quarter. So what do we expect in upcoming events today? It's, let's see, Tuesday. So China is already over. Australia also. So we expect the flash estimate Euro area inflation from full Europe today, and the GDP in Canada this afternoon. So please be aware about the risk note on the bottom of this slide. Pay attention of this, because you are responsible for your own trading. Okay, in case you want to be really well informed, then I want to invite you to our Admirals Telegram channel. You will find a link in Zoom and on YouTube now. And we have 832 subscribers, straight up to 900, and maybe on the long run on 1,000. So please be aware of that. Okay, let's start with our trading. And as always, we start with the DAX. And as you can see, we can hold the high level because we are in an extreme price zone in 10 minutes by one contract. George, good morning. We see that the price by one contract is really expensive for the moment. The point of control actually is down 14,061 points. And actually, yeah, we are really expensive about the price. But as a trend follow with just this kind of orientation, and as a trend follow, we have to state right now on the right side of the chart, first of all, the long trend is still valid because the long trend will break here at 14,482 at this last 0.3. So yesterday there showed up a new downtrend as a correction, and that was the first shot, and I went out because the price was not working for me. The short trend were broken, so I got out with 35 points in loss. And now there's a new trend right now. And as you can see, now we have a trend continuation, which means that's my last 0.3. And I open the trade again because it's my duty, because I have to follow my rules, and that's the 4 magic rules. And now I'm short and I can trail the stop just a bit and just wait. We will see which trend will continue. Isaac, wonderful, good morning. So we will see which trend will continue. You know, we have a lot of space to down to the point of control, but the long trend can also continue. So please be careful with this. For long, it's not longer an entry because the long trend is still valid and it's too old. By the way, it's too old to get an end to enter the chart. So we are waiting that the price will more falling down back in direction of the point of control. Jenny, wonderful, good morning. So that's about the DAX. If you want to follow my DAX trading through the rest of the day, then I want to invite you to our live trading, Dow live trading room, which is based on this Admirals account. I just trade only this Admirals account here. And then you can follow here. It's free access. We have 430 participants here. I can give you the link because it's free for you and you can follow here. You can see the chat in the chat and on YouTube, of course, because then you can see about all trades I do based on this Admirals account, because it's my goal for this year to bring it back to the initial amount, about 10,000 euros. And we are really good on track. I will show you a couple of minutes later. So let's go to our top instruments. We have 5. It's DAX, it's Dow, it's Bitcoin, gold, and Euro USD. And we want to start with a look at Bitcoin because Bitcoin is really interesting right now. Yeah. So yes, by the way, there's a question about updates because in this live trading room, I give you updates at 11 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and most of the time 7 o'clock. So every 4 hours when the candle changed, then I will come with a live update by camera and microphone, and most of the times. But this is the chat. I can inform you here if I will do this. Okay, so Bitcoin is really interesting. So first of all, a downtrend is still valid, by the way, but now we have a new, fresh uptrend. This uptrend now is in the second move, which fulfills rule number 1. We need a valid trend. Now we have a valid trend. So put it back on the watch list right now, because if you see a correction at the best 38% and a balanced candle and a turnaround, then we can speculate that Bitcoin will create a new uptrend. How far can this uptrend go? Who cares? We are trend followers. Just manage the trade and follow the trend. So please, Bitcoin could be an interesting chance because point of control is quite far away on the upper side, $44,000, I guess. Let's come to Dow Jones. And Dow Jones, as we said, we are straight back to the point of control, 34,788. And the downtrend, by the way, is broken. And now we have a new uptrend. Sorry. No, 3 times that I get money. So that's the trend arm. That's the first one. That's the second one. And now we are in the third one. And now we need a correction deeper 38, and then we can go down. So where is the 38 correction point? Let's measure the last move for the moment. So it's about 32,702. So round about this area here, this point, this kind of breakout. And if the price will come back to this zone, then it's cool. This could be a support zone, which bring a lot of buyers back. And this is our chance to get into the chart or into this trend in the third trend arm and maybe at least back to the point of control. And then we will see if the trend will continue. Petya, happy Tuesday too. So about DAX 40. Thanks, Barbara. Thank you very much. Okay. So in DAX 40, we have an uptrend too. And as you know, point of control is really quite far away. Point of control is up at this 15,724, and it's a high probability that we reach this point. Actually, we are trading the correction in 10 minutes, but basically this is, no, that's not. So that's the uptrend right now. First trend arm and second one, there was a break. We have to start here. First and second trend arm. We are in a second trend arm. So now, which we have to measure also, where is 38% that we get a cheap price, not an expensive price. Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost the same support zone where the last breakout happened. And this is round about here. You see there's 38. So if the price comes back to this breakout zone, it could be changed from a resist zone back to a support zone, and this could be interesting. So maybe we see today a kind of falling prices, which is just a normal correction we need in every trend, and then we can, then it's Dow Stacks 40 in falling short, also very interesting. Radu, wonderful, good morning. Okay, so let's come to gold and USD, and they are two running trades. So I will put it in the list for our running trades before we come to this. I want to ask you the question of the day. Nastia, if you are willing to give me this, thank you very much. So have you found your perfect time frame yet? The important point is have you found your perfect time frame yet? Yes, I did, or I did not yet, or haven't found yet. Okay, let's come to our running trades. And we have Australian dollar, Swiss franc. So there is the short position still running, and I trailed the hard stop into the profit because that's the last 0.3. So just we have a small profit, but we have also the chance that because the move is still going on. Yeah, we are at this top level right now, and we need a correction first. Yeah, this is what we have to do. Andre, fine, very good. So Australian dollar, Japanese yen, the downtrend is broken in the meantime, which means we are out about the downtrend. It was a kind of small loss, just teeny tiny loss. And now the downtrend, the uptrend is continuing right now. So therefore, I'm a trend trader. So I trailed my stop loss back to the last 0.3, and let's see what will happen next. Maybe there will occur there must be a correction. There must be, I'm expecting the next correction. And I'm happy if I have a correction, because next correction will bring new buyers into the market. And then the trend is able to continue. So let's see. Okay, so next one is Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Yes, and as you can see, we have a downtrend, and I trailed the stop into profit because it's my third trend arm. And basically this night, we had a correction. We had a correction, and unfortunately, actually, I was not able, because that was last night, 4 o'clock, so I was not able to open the trade there. So I just wait for the third trend arm, and we will get a new chance, by the way. So, but for that, I trailed my stop loss into the profit, just no loss. And then because the short is also in a third trend arm, so we are prepared for both sides. There's an interesting question. There is no perfect time frame. It always depends. Maybe I have a different opinion, but this is unfortunately not the part of today. But if you follow this show for a long time, then you know there is a perfect time frame for you. Not at all. Here I'm right. Here I agree with you. If you say there is not perfect time frame at all, that's true. But there is a perfect time frame for every single trader. But for that, you have to go deeper in kind of logical trading. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. Yes, we are back on track. And the short is over. Now we are just in a new long trend. 67, 97, 95 pips in profit right now. I hope there will come the next correction very soon that we can go long again. So, but this, we are still long, so just let it go. Euro Australian dollar. Yes, the long is still running. By the way, I have no permission to go short because it's a long downtrend, and the downtrend is still valid, and the downtrend break here at 145, 45 to 8 roundabout. So therefore, no short, just only long. And in long, I will build up. I have a new pending order here. In case that the long trend will continue, I will add a third position because it's a pyramiding system. So, Euro Japanese yen. Nastia, one question. Do we have the special guest today, the extraordinary special guest today? Is he still here already? So this is Euro Japanese yen. As you see, I trailed a hard stop from the short into profit because I can see, oh, fine, very good. We are here in a long position right now and it's still running. So I stopped the short with a small profit, no loss, which is important because it's 1, 2, 3. It's an old trend right now and it's too clear that the price will go up. Yeah, we can wait for a new downtrend to open a new in case that the price will go down. So Euro New Zealand dollar, we are still in long, and I trailed the hard stop, not the soft stop, the hard stop into profit because yeah, the trend is relatively old and we have much pressure and more buyers for euro for the moment. And I guess the uptrend will continue. So I can open a trade to the short side at every time if there is a new trend. So come to Euro USD. We hit a new point 2 at 10778 roundabout, 260 points, pips in profit, stop losses in profit. Everything is fine. That's a cool trend. British pound Japanese yen 103 points, pips in profit. The short is over, small, teeny, tiny loss. And at the same time, the long keeps in balance because we are in profit. So we are waiting for a trend continuation, which happens at the last point 2, which has not happened yet. British pound New Zealand dollar, a little bit in profit. There is for the moment nothing to do. British pound US dollar, new point 2. We're just waiting for a next trend arm. And here we gold. And in gold, I trailed the hard stop because we have 2 bad trend candles against my position. Yeah. And yeah, now the price is going up a little bit. Just wait what happens in case that we get out here. Yeah, then it was a shot. And New Zealand Canadian dollar. Yes, I was right to stop the third position size. The third position because the trend is not going on, price is going down. So just wait. In case that we see a trend continuation, then I have a pending order for my third position again here. No, the second one, sorry, the second one. And finally, US dollar Japanese yen, the hard stop, how should I say? The short position is over because the trend is almost broken here and I trailed the stop down to the last 0.3 and now a small loss, a small profit, not a loss, small profit. And the long position is also still running. Okay, let's come to your questions. Can you please have a look at British pound Canadian dollar? Of course, we can do this. British pound Canadian dollar. So first of all, we realize that we are deep in the green zone, which means we are really cheap in the price. Point of control is way up. And there is a new trend, but there's pressure actually. So first trend arm, second, third, and in the fourth trend arm. But here you can also see, okay, there is a new downtrend. So be carefully with this. In the fourth trend arm, a little bit too old, I would say. Yes, both sides. Actually, there is a trend candle, nothing to do for the moment, to be honest. Yeah. And Euro Swiss franc. Oh, we are within the red zone. Basically, there's a downtrend. It's this one. Yes, and that's actually the downtrend. In the third trend on 1, 2, in the third one, which is possible to open a trade here to the short side. Absolutely possible, because a trend continuation, you know, is always more likely than a trend break. So I did natural gas. Last one, natural gas. Oh, the uptrend is broken. The uptrend is broken. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is a break, which means there is a new downtrend. Is this one? Yeah, maybe a new downtrend, second trend arm, entry on the way down. Yeah, that's maybe could it be a good idea. What do you mean about British pound long or short? No, it's still a long. There is no reason to go short. Still long when the correction is over. And 38, 1, 2, 3, then we can build up a third position for the moment. Okay. We have a special guest today, Mr. Theo Theodorus, and I'm really happy to have you here in the show. And maybe we are waiting if he is here. Here we go. Theo, wonderful. Good morning. We need your microphone and maybe camera if you have. Just waiting. Theo is from Admirals directly. So we need a microphone, Theo.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. Good morning.
Good morning. Great morning. Let me just start the video. Hello,
Here
everyone.
Wonderful,
Hello,
Theo. Good morning. How are you? I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for joining the session today. It's
my honor to join
wonderful. It's a wonderful
explaining trading.
Thank you very much. So maybe you can introduce yourself and maybe you can explain why you joined the session today. The stage is yours.
Okay, thank you so much. Guys, as Markus said, my name is Theo. I'm originally from Greece, Cyprus. The last 10 years, I used to live in Australia, in the beautiful Sydney and Melbourne. And finally, I relocated back to base, I can say, back to my island. It's been 10 years I'm involved with the financial markets. I used to work in brokerage firms. I used to work as a pro trader in a proper trading firm, doing education as well. So I'm really into trading for a decade now. I'm the age of 36 years old. I'm a family man, and my passion in the financial markets, it's just keep growing. Now, as Markus will explain it, I'm directly and exclusively work at Admirals, and from tomorrow, I will have the privilege and the honor to serve you on your trading market analysis, the morning briefings, and I'm going to take over the sessions from tomorrow onwards. Okay, and it's an absolutely honor to continue what Markus' extraordinary job is doing. I admire Markus as a trader, as a personality, I'm sure he gave a lot of value to not only to you, but to the whole industry. And again, it will be my honor to continue this great journey that Markus started. Markus.
Theo, thank you very much. So for you, to make it clear, dear participants, this is my last show for the morning briefing show. Up to tomorrow, Theo will take over this morning briefing show, 8:30. Theo, do you have any special strategy that our participants can expect? Do you follow special rules or something like this?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It's like the pilots. You cannot have the plane take over without a checklist, regardless if you do it for 1 day or 1 decade or 1 year or 50 years. You always need the same procedure. I'm a trend follower, but in a little bit different trading style than the turtles, let's say. The Dow Jones, I take it a little bit in shortened time frames. I have a checklist where I combine few components together in order to make sure the trades I will enter are high probability trades. I also take advantages on the higher time frames and execute on lower time frames with time frame correlation. And it's something that I already made a webinar. It's a recorded webinar on YouTube, and people can go and have a look. So I play really with the structure of the current market. If I see a recognized pattern, which I've tested in the past, and it has a high probability of giving a positive outcome on the trade, I will definitely check if it goes accordingly to my checklist. And if everything applies and comes together, then I just press the trigger, I execute. And as Markus is saying all the time, we don't know what is going to happen next. We let the market show us the outcome. Our job is just to execute our plan and not to sit there and monitor the 1 minute chart or the 5 minute chart to see, now it's going up, now it's going down. I put my stop loss always hard stop loss. That's what I do. I have the hard stop loss. I have the take profit in place. I always go for more than 1-to-1 to make sure that if I have losing trades, the winning trades, they're going to catch up. So ideally, I go for 2-to-1 and 3-to-1 rewards risk. And I also trade the ranges within the range boundaries as well on some currencies, which I know pretty much their behavior most of the times, not every time. So yeah, and it's an ongoing process, and that's it pretty much.
Wonderful. Do you have a special time frame, a 5 minute, 10 minutes, or hourly chart, or is more higher time frame?
That's a great question. I do my analysis on the daily and beginning of the week on the weekly charts. Mm-hmm. On the weekly charts, I'm looking for a strong areas of support and resistance where the market experienced too much of reaction recently. So I expect something to happen at these areas. If price, they will come back. Now, if it's going to be a breakthrough or if it's going to be a reversal, I'm going down to the daily and 4-hour charts. I'm looking for, I have few patterns, reversal patterns and continuation patterns, which I'm looking to find them. If they are there, then I have exactly every time how much money I'm willing to risk to find out if the trade is going to work. So I place it, no emotions, then I let the market. But usually I start from the weekly charts for a market structure, to put it that way, for some hard levels of support and resistance. And then I go down to the daily or to the 4-hour chart to just execute. But nowadays, because I also have too much things going on with trading and I'm writing also the education for the Admirals. So soon we're going to have a completely different education, which everyone can access them. So I stick to the higher time frames up to 4-hour charts. And before, I used to be a day trader. Back then it was exclusively day trading, 3-5-minute charts, 15-minute charts, executions. But this time, my trading style, it's more on the swing trading and some ranges. So.
Yeah, wonderful. Theo, thank you for your introduction. And yeah, let me find my last words for this show.
It was my pleasure to
you will take over.
Be able to hear all your daily morning briefings, and I also learn so many things from you. So thank you so much.
I'm quite sure our participants will learning something and a lot of things from you, because you're also a professional trader. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, then it's the last show for me today. Theo, thank you very much. I want to dismiss you with my last words for this show. It was a great pleasure for me for the last 17 months to work for Admirals Global, to make this morning briefing show. And as you see, you can follow the account also, because from December the 1st up to today, we made 270%. And you know, it's always a good thing to have rules, like Theo said. And yeah, it was my pleasure and my great honor to work with you. You can still follow me on Traders Yard, because the Traders Yard live trading room is going on up to tomorrow. Normal updates, it's going on. All news you will find there. But for me, I want to say thank you to Admirals that I have the chance to talk to English audience and by YouTube. And I'm quite sure if you will find me at my trades, because I got the permission from Admirals to continue with this account, to bring it back to 10,000 euro. And this is my goal for this year. And I will going on absolutely normal to going on with this account. And yeah, it was my pleasure. It was a great chance. And I met so many lovely people of you. And yes, at the end, I want to say, I believe in you. You know, I believe in you, and we have a mission. We are all traders and we are extraordinary. And I know you are the exception. And if you get it, and if you stick to your rules, if you follow the trend, if you manage the emotions, that the emotions never will influence the technical part, then you can be the exception for yourself and your family. And you can be a great, great trader. And I believe in everybody of you. I wish you all the best for you, for your family, for your beloved ones. And I'm quite sure we will see each other anywhere or everywhere or at any time. Have courage and be kind, and may the force of the rules be with you. See you